Welcome to Real Talk Wrestling. Yes, we're back. No, we did not get fired. We missed a couple weeks. I did my own show solo, and then we missed last week because Mr. Chris Koffler was out of town, and I forgot. I forgot where he was. So, hey, if I'm too low, guys, I just want to be totally transparent with everybody. My headphones are like level 1000 right now, and I've messed with the board. I cannot understand why you guys are screaming at me. So I don't know if I'm too low. I don't know if I'm too loud. My bad. I apologize up front for if the audio is bad. But like I said, we are back. Brand new year, 2024, first show of the year. We're here to talk about the World's End pay-per-view that happened on AEW on Saturday night. We're also talking about Dynamite and reasons why someone didn't watch it. And we're also going to be speaking about some WWE stuff that I didn't even talk to you about yet, Chris. I did that purposely. I wanted to surprise you.
Okay.
It's nothing crazy, nothing special. Just I want to get some WWE talk into this show because it is the better product at the moment. Before we get into all that, make sure you follow the network at Finn's Talk Sports Network. Make sure you like, share, subscribe all over the YouTube platforms. Go ahead and do it on X, Twitter. We're on Instagram, or at least no, we're not, but my fantasy show is. I don't want to bring that up yet. I'll plug that later. Follow Chris, RTW Chris, and myself at Josh Kimmel OUS. And if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to, again, Finn's Talk Sports Network. We couldn't be here without Bobby, without the support from them. So thank you guys so much. So first things first, let's get right into it. I don't want to waste too much time. I don't want to, got lollygag, pull a Vince McMahon and just pull useless shit stuff, Bobby. The World's End pay-per-view was Saturday night, and it was a banger. I heard it was a banger, and I say I heard because I did not watch it. The streak of plans previously made before the pay-per-view goes on. I had a lightning game that night, and I mean, it is like, what are the odds, right? It's every single time there's an AEW pay-per-view, there's something to do.
It's usually a fantasy draft or a lightning game for you. The odds are very high that you're going to have plans.
Yeah, very high.
You just need to clear out your March calendar. Don't make any plans for March.
All right. You know what? That's the goal.
Listen, it's Sting's last match. You got to clear your plans for that.
You're right. So anyway, at World's End pay-per-view, we're just going to hit on the big ones, the big topics here. We had the Devil being revealed as, of course, Adam Cole. I think that was the most predictable outcome and best outcome, by the way. And then we had Samoa Joe winning the title, which is actually kind of secondary at this point, which isn't good for your company. But I do understand the biggest story in the company is MJF and Adam Cole. I did watch, of course, highlights, clips, promo, everything. I watched it all as much as I can. Did you like... First off, let's start with this. Did you like the reveal? Did you like who it was, Adam Cole?
Absolutely. We were talking a lot of different theories. I think in the beginning we were talking some Adam Cole. There was the locker room interview where the mask was behind him. It hinted at him. And then there was, the Britt Baker commercial. Was it her? And that would be okay, but it didn't make the most sense. You had your theory, which I was very concerned was going to be right, with the Job Squad coming out, because where have they been? I was really hoping it was not them, so it was a pleasant surprise. I don't know if we'll call it that, but I was glad to see it was Adam Cole, because this fits well with the story. And we had been talking about a turn and who was going to turn on who eventually, and we said it should be Adam Cole, and here we are.
From the very beginning, before the Devil was a thing, before anything was a thing, we predicted that Adam Cole was going to be the one to turn on MJF, and we were right all along. Not a lot of people predicted that, and I'm not over here tooting our horn, but I will say we were on that from the very, very beginning, and it was awesome. It was everything we could ever want, ever wish for. Are you jingling something over there, Chris? You playing with some jingle bells?
No, I have no jingle bell. That's not coming from me. That's somewhere else, I guess.
Do you hear that?
Nope.
Man, it's coming from you then, jingle bells, but it's okay. We'll get past it. I was like, because my son plays with jingle bells ever since Christmas, and it drives me nuts. But I'll deal with you, Chris. You're the Adam Cole of the show. You used to be a babyface. You come back and you turn heel. Not cool, Chris. Not cool. But it was everything we wanted to be. Adam Cole's bad. He's got a stable behind him, which we called for. We wanted. Maybe not be the stable we wanted. Roddy's been presented strong, but Taven and Bennett, they've been legit job losers, nobody. That was kind of lame. And then the whole Wardlow thing, to me, that night, it didn't make sense. And still to this day, it doesn't make sense. Wardlow teaming with these guys, I know they need a muscle. I get why they're doing it. They're doing it for two reasons and two reasons only. They need a muscle for Adam Cole because he's going to be a cowardly heel. And they also need that Wardlow babyface turn to get him hot again. Because that's going to happen. That's eventually going to happen. They hinted toward it last night. Adam Cole, hey, when you win the title, you're going to do the right thing, and you're going to every time someone says that to your muscle, right? Whether it be Christian Cage, they're doing that right now with Luchasaurus.
I was going to ask, what did you think about that they decided to go that route while they actively have a story going on that's the same thing right now with Christian Cage and Luchasaurus?
I mean, they're not there yet, but they just mentioned it. When you do win the title, you're going to relinquish it, do the right thing. That's not there yet, so I'm okay with them bringing it up. Look, they live in a world of reality where that's what heels do. Doesn't matter if Christian's doing it. Doesn't matter if Adam Cole's doing it. Doesn't matter who's doing it. That's just what heels do. So I understand. Adam Cole's not going to go, hey, Wardlow, give me that title. Oh, wait, no, Christian's doing that? Never mind Luchasaur or whatever your name. No matter. I'm sorry, Wardlow. You can keep your title for now until they drop that gimmick. No, he's a heel. He can do whatever he wants. I just don't like Wardlow in that position, but I understand why they're doing it. I never understood the situation. Like, okay, I don't know why Wardlow is mad. I can't remember. It's been that long. Wardlow turned on MJF because of the whole ordeal. All right, was taking advantage of Wardlow. Wardlow had enough of it. Yada yada yada. Didn't have a contract. That they claimed he didn't have a contract, so he wrestled all these dark matches. Whatever. Yada yada yada. He beats MJF at a pay-per-view in like 2 minutes. Remember that? It was like 3 minutes, or it was a very short match. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was quick because then we thought MJF was gone after that.
Then MJF, and then Wardlow beat up a bunch of security guards, right? And then Wardlow got into a feud with Joe, cut his hair, and then Wardlow came back mad at MJF. To me, I don't understand the whole, why are you mad at MJF? You got over on him. You beat him. You put him in his place. You won the feud. So why are you mad? That's my thing. Is I don't understand his madness. I don't get his beef.
He's a very weird character arc. Like his character is very inconsistent. He's hot. He's cold. He said he's mad. He got his blow off match. He should be fine now, and putting that in the past. And now we've circled back and he's mad again. I don't know. Do they just maybe not know what to do with him? How to keep his character growing?
I think that they run out of ideas very quickly back there in creative. We said it time and time since the dawn of AEW. It's MJF's, and you got to get through him and him and him and him to fight me. He did that multiple times. You know, every time it seems like they just run through the same stories over and over again. It seems like I'm reading the same book day after day after day, it's still good. If it's a good book, it's still good. But my point is, I don't think they know what they're doing with Wardlow. They're like, okay, he was a bodyguard for MJF in the Pinnacle before. He got over because he turned babyface on the bad guy. He was white hot, and we effed up. We messed it up. We dropped the ball. So how about this? Let's run it back and see if we can actually execute this time. I think that's what's happening with Wardlow right now. I think they want to fix, because think about it, they don't have any strong baby faces. They don't. MJF. Can you think of another one? Like strong, like somebody like a Cody or LA Knight right now. Even MJF right now. They really don't. I can't think of any baby faces that are super strong. Everyone's a heel.
What about Hangman? What about Hangman?
I said
baby face.
I said strong.
How is he not strong? Crowd popped for him last night. Everyone was excited. You wouldn't know because you didn't see it apparently.
We're not talking
crowd
about
popped for him last night.
We're not to Dynamite yet. I don't pop for Hangman anymore. I don't.
You don't pop for anybody.
Yeah, I do.
Unless it's Sasha. That's it. Or Mercedes.
No. Who's that?
We don't know what her name is right now. That's a whole different story. Is she Mercedes or is she Sasha? We don't know.
We're gonna get into the Mercedes nonsense soon, because that might be a reason why I didn't watch. I purposely did not watch Dynamite last night. I had no interest of seeing it, even with the rumors, because I already put it on Twitter. I put it on Twitter. Why are we talking about this? I am done with Mercedes Moné in the contract talks and she's gonna debut here, Rumble, Wembley, Dynamite. I'm just so blood and guts. I'm just so over it at this point. It's just go somewhere or don't.
I was thinking about that. Hasn't that been going on for a year now? Because I feel like we were talking about that at the end of 2022, going into 2023, and here we are, first week of 2024, and it's still, where is she going to go?
The only thing I can say is when she was hurt, and I follow her on social media, she was never she doesn't post when she's hurt. She just doesn't. But when she's starting getting active again, she's posting 10, 15 reels a day. I know this isn't like everyone sees it, but that's when you know, okay, she's on her way back. She's active now. She's put out that training video. I think she's going to wrestle somewhere. I don't know if she's already signed with AEW. I don't know if she's still talking with, we don't know. That's the thing, is none of us know. And I'm kind of over it. So I'm at the point, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to talk about it. If it comes, it comes. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. That's just where I'm at this point with Mercedes Moné, to be completely honest with you. I'm fatigued. I'm tired of it.
You're totally gonna pop whenever she comes out. You're gonna go nuts.
Just equate it to if for football fans out there, fantasy football as well. Le'Veon Bell holdout, right? Remember that saga? We talked about it every day. And is he going to return? Is he not going to return? Is he going to sign? It just, at some point, as a fantasy manager or as a football fan, doesn't matter. You're just like, I'm just done hearing about Le'Veon. If he comes back, he comes back. So the same thing with Mercedes right now. If she comes back, great, I will pop. I'll be happy. But when she doesn't, or if she doesn't, or I don't, then it's like, whatever. I moved on. Yeah. There's better people out there. Yeah. There really are. To me, yeah. There's better people out there. There's just,
Is this the Josh Space turn right now that's happening?
I don't know if
you're over the heel Sasha Mercedes.
I'm just over her. She can go. And it's not her own fault either. You know whose fault it is? It's my own fault, because I hype myself up like, oh, Mercedes is coming out, or Twitter hypes it up like, oh, there's a big rumors that she's returning on Dynamite. You saw the rumors.
Yeah.
And we all hype ourselves up for something, and nothing happens. And guess what? We get mad at Mercedes or Tony Khan or Triple, whoever it may be, when it's ourselves to blame because we get hyped up over something that's not confirmed.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with Mercedes. Anyway, back to Adam Cole, the Devil. Let's transition to Samoa Joe becoming the world champion. I think this is great. I actually called this. I told everyone that Samoa Joe was going to win this title, and it became more obvious as the weeks went on. I thought this was a good idea back then, and I'm happy it actually played out. Do you remember me saying this? Because I know you say I don't call stuff.
Right. Yeah, no, I do remember you talking about Samoa Joe being the one to dethrone MJF.
And nobody thought it was a good idea. He's not. What do you mean? Samoa Joe's a freaking star. He's a stud. He's a phenomenal athlete, great wrestler. He's great on the mic, great in the ring, great charisma. What else could you want from a professional wrestler? And that's coming from a guy like me who likes muscles and abs. And this is some.
You love your big sweaty dudes.
I do. And this guy's Samoa Joe, and I actually buy into his character because I feel like he could beat anyone up. That's just the way I feel about him. But if I look at someone like Otis or Kevin Owens, I can kick their ass. Probably not Otis. But Kevin Owens. I could. No. I could beat him up.
No chance.
I could beat him up.
Is that open challenge? I hope Kevin Owens watches this show. Someone tag Kevin Owens when this show comes out. Him versus Josh.
I don't want to beat him up. No.
Next time they're in Tampa or Orlando, you can drive over there. I will drive you out there, and then I will drive you to the hospital afterwards.
Listen, I don't want to beat anybody up. I don't want to beat anybody up. I love his work. He's doing phenomenal work as well. I wish they used him correctly. All right. Samoa Joe. So Samoa Joe, it doesn't look like MJF's going to be on television, so there's going to be no rematch. Wardlow's already made his statement that he's going after the title. We already saw this for the TNT title, and it was a disaster. It really was. I didn't buy into it. The matches were boring. The feud was boring. He cut his hair. We didn't get an explanation for a month later on why the hair was significant. It was kind of a weird feud. Is this another thing where Tony's like, hold on, reset. We got to reset this thing because you're doing really heel versus heel. Samoa Joe isn't turning babyface. Not
No.
after what he just did. Wardlow's a super heel. That match doesn't work right now. So where are they going to pivot? Because people are calling for Swerve, but Swerve's got Hangman going on right now. What are we looking at for the next title match for Samoa Joe?
That's a really good question to figure out where they're going to go with that. Well, I don't know, because with Adam Cole being hurt, you couldn't even have him like, hey, I helped you get that, so I want my title shot kind of a deal, because he's still on the shelf. Kenny is out. I mean, I don't know. Where do they go from there? Who is?
That's what when I said they don't have a strong baby face, this is what I'm talking about, Chris.
Yeah.
They and I'm not trying to dog all these guys. Like, I like them as professional wrestlers, but let's be honest. There's no one. Look at all the guys that are super over in AEW. Swerve, heel. Joe, heel. Adam Cole, heel. Don Callis, he gets a mega reaction, heel.
Christian Cage,
yes, heel. I don't really see Adam Copeland getting those pops or those reactions. I don't. I see Christian Cage getting them. So AEW fans love heels. That's established.
Yeah.
They also love good baby faces. They loved MJF, and he was a baby face for the past 3 months. They loved it. They ate it up. They cheered MJF still got the biggest pop of the night every single night.
Yep.
So they can make a heel or a baby face cool. Just how do they do it? I think they should do this. Triple threat match, Paige, Swerve, Joe. You somehow get that feud in with them, like, hey, because what was Swerve's story from the beginning? I want your spot, Paige. You don't use your spot right. You're at the top of the card and you take it for granted and blah, 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 while I'm fighting and scratching from the bottom. So what does Swerve ultimately want? He wants a top spot AEW World Championship match. That's what he wants. That was his mission from the very beginning. Now, what's Paige's story? Paige's story is, wow, I did take it for granted. I wasn't who I'm supposed to be. I was in the first ever AEW World Championship match, and now I'm just some nobody wearing butterfly jeans, looking like an idiot, doing nothing with no direction. That's where he was at that point. So now he gets his way back up to the championship match, and then you have Joe, of course, the champion. This is a great way to have Swerve look good, and Joe not. Maybe Joe's a transitional champion, and we get Swerve to that title real quick and have him pin Adam Page. Or maybe we have a thing where Joe can pin Hangman, keep Swerve hot. They got to keep Swerve hot. Swerve
absolutely.
They have to.
Yeah.
They absolutely have to. So I think a triple threat match is incoming somehow, some way. I do see, it's kind of weird. We're seeing a Jay White babyface turn. Came out and confronted the devil. But that's going to happen with everybody. Everybody that's being attacked, has been attacked, will come out. And they'll be upset with Adam Cole. Like, hey, asshole, why'd you throw me through glass? Hey, why'd you hit me in the head with a beer bottle? So there's so many feuds going on right now. AEW, it's awesome because there's so much going on in one little story. And if you're closed-minded, you don't see the whole bigger picture. And that's unfortunate. But if you actually open it up, there's so much going on in just one little story. The Devil story has 8 feuds in it.
Yeah.
8.
Last night.
Chris is gone. Oh, we switched sides.
We
did a little Bella twins. Let's go.
It was a double turn, a heel face turn right there live on the show, and we turned back. But no, I was thinking about that last night as I was watching the show, and like you said, Jay White coming out, Wardlow coming out, like all these different people coming out. And aside from the Hangman and Swerve, like everything else seems like it's revolving around this. So they're getting a lot of people involved. Like, I don't know of any real time that I feel like I've seen a storyline like that has brought in so many different people from so many different angles.
Yeah, you think about it, you got Jay White versus Cole. That could happen. You could have the Acclaim versus Bennett and Taven, right? Tag team matches. We can have Wardlow versus any of those guys. Who else could attack? Adam Page. Adam Page has never locked up with Wardlow, not that I know of. Maybe they have, but I don't remember it.
If they did, it wasn't a big thing, so you could make it a big thing.
Yeah, him and Adam Cole, of course. I mean, there's so many things going on. I think that they need to drop the ROH titles. They're meaningless. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody watches ROH. It's just another title. Get them into the World Tag Team title hunt. Get Roddy Strong the international title. Have them finish the story with Adam Cole being the AEW champion eventually, whenever it happens, so MJF can come back because he's going to be off television for a while. Have him come back as the ultimate babyface and finally get his revenge at Wembley Stadium, or Wembley seems doable. I don't know how injured MJF is though, but that'd be the big match.
Yeah. That would be the spot to do it for sure.
Pretty exciting things at the top of the card for AEW. Top of the card is great. So let's move on to the reasons why I did not watch Dynamite last night. You watched it. So last night at 8 p.m. OUS, Once Upon a Sunday, we did our fantasy awards show. That went a little bit late, but that's not why I didn't watch it. I saw the card on my phone, Orange Cassidy versus Dante Inferno or someone. Dante Martin for the international for no reason.
There's never a reason for that title.
So that's strike one. Strike two is what was strike two? Oh, strike two is I was already late. Like it was like 9:15 by the time we logged off on air. So that's strike two. I'm like, it's too late. I'll watch it tomorrow. Strike three is, well, let me give it a shot. Because I didn't look at Twitter. I didn't see what was happening. I didn't see what matches happened. I kind of could guess that Orange Cassidy wrestled because he always goes first. So I'm thinking maybe they waited for Adam Cole to come out last. Like, so that's what I was hoping for, right? So I turn it on. I want to catch the Adam Cole segment live. Turn it on. I see Trent Beretta. I see someone I've never heard of or seen in my life. I saw like Kingo, and then I saw the last guy is so irrelevant. It doesn't matter. That's the point. And then I hear Excalibur. This is a Fatal Four, which I didn't see this match advertised. It's a Fatal Four-way match for the. I'm like, oh, for what? Like the ROH TV title, or like the Hook title, the FTW title. What could they be wrestling? What could these four people be wrestling for? For the newly crowned Continental Championship. And I'm like, so they had Ryan Danielson, blood, bleed, sweat, tears. We had Jon Moxley, blood, sweat, tears. We had Andrade. We had Miro. We had even Daniel Garcia. I mean, he's not a big star, but he's right in that mid card.
Nope.
We had Swerve. We had Jay White. We had Eddie Kingston. All these mega stars in their company. And then the first thing we see on television, not pay-per-view, but television that represents that title. And perception is reality. The first thing we see, the majority of the fans, because we don't all buy the pay-per-view. It's a very small number of actually viewers on Wednesday night. So the first thing these new viewers are seeing that did not watch the pay-per-view for the Continental Championship, you're seeing Trent Beretta, somebody you never heard of or seen on TV ever. I don't know who that person was. By Kingo. And someone I can't even remember. I don't even remember who was the fourth person. I watched 5 minutes of this match. That is going to happen to your Continental Championship. So that means it's the same thing as everything else. It's unimportant. We're going to have meaningless, useless, trash matches. And that's all it is. Why did we make another title?
Yeah. So I have to agree with you on the additional title. I don't know what the point of this title was. Why? Because the other one, like you mentioned, the other title that never has a story, still to this day has never had a story to it. That one, there's like two important titles there. You have your world title, and then you have the TNT Championship. And the ROH tag titles, they don't need to be on AEW TV. The Intercontinental or whatever international, that one doesn't need to be. It could go away. This new one could already go away. We're getting to that area, which we critiqued WWE for, I'm pretty sure, in the past. So we got to do the same here. When everyone's a champion, it feels like nobody's a champion because it's just all prop belt. Like you look at WWE's page now, and it's a mile-long list of everybody that's some sort of champion. And it's just like, they don't feel special then anymore. But if you do it right, like what they're doing with Christian Cage, that title now feels relevant again for the first time since I think Miro had it. Right? Because then it went through that stretch of Warlow and the other guys and who else, Sammy, and it just
The
felt
other guy.
it just felt completely irrelevant for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have these other titles, and we're not going to remember anything about these title runs, other than the fact that Orange Cassidy had it for a super long time, and there was nothing going on with it. But that he opened every single Wednesday night, like you said, that's what we'll remember. Every Wednesday night. Here we go. Open challenge. Here's some new random person. We're going to get the same 15-minute match. It's going to get the crap beat out of them. Throw in 2 minutes of offense. Get the win. That's the whole title. Now, what is the story of this title going to be? I'm all for Eddie Kingston having a title. Mm-hmm. I hope he makes this thing relevant. But like you said, if we just went from talent level up here and, okay, the challengers, they're like down here. I don't even know if I can get low enough on the screen right now.
Who was the fourth guy? Who was the fourth guy, people? I need to know.
I don't remember off the top of my head. Of course, I can't look it up like I normally would because I'm using my phone tonight since my computer is down.
I got to figure this out.
You can look it up. You still have access to your phone. So
Dynamite. Well, I have a computer. We all have computers too, Chris. Dynamite.
Well, mine's down.
Results.
Mine's struggling. Mine's on life support right now.
So that was, by the way, that was strike 3. Turning on Dynamite to see that fatal 4-way match that made no sense. You just diminished your title. The 2-month, was it 2-month tournament? Yeah. I made fun of that tournament at first, but it was a great tournament. It was, every match was awesome. Everything was great. Blood, sweat, and tears, like I said. You had a meaningful Eddie Kingston versus Moxley match where Eddie Kingston went over. What a moment for Eddie Kingston. And then your next, I don't even know who won the match. Is it going to be on Rampage? Does anyone care? Does anyone care?
Yeah, not right now. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they're adding more titles.
Brian Cage.
There you go.
Trent Beretta, Brian Cage. I'm sorry, Brian Cage. Like, I like you. I like Trent. I love Trent. Trent's one of my favorite people. Like,
you just hate Chuck.
Chuck sucks. Brian Keith. Never heard of Brian Keith. Never. Not on WWE. Not on Impact. Not anywhere.
No.
So whatever. It is what it is. Trent won. I like Trent. All right.
There you go.
But what's the story? Here's the story. Eddie Kingston on Rampage Friday night. Eddie Kingston cuts an awesome promo in the back that means nothing. He goes out there, beats Trent. We'll have another bullshit on Rampage again. Whatever. Moving on. Do you want to talk about some WWE because we have about 10, 15 more minutes, or do you want to get into the Deonna Purrazzo debut when we all wanted someone else?
Let's go WWE because you're just going to bury that whole thing. Let's talk. We got to bring some babyface positivity to the show right now.
Okay, well, I will say this before we move on. You debut this girl. I don't know her name, Mariah May. She's been on your television for over a month. You've been you haven't been hyping her up, but she's been prominent on your television every single week. Every week. And you fucking bury her just like that. It didn't matter if it was Mercedes. It didn't matter if it was Deonna Purrazzo. It didn't matter if it was anyone. She comes in there, she wins a match. Good. She should have won her match. She's going to be a big star in this company, apparently. She's going to be one of the tops. Like, they want her to be. Yeah, I do. I think that they want her.
I didn't get that vibe.
I do. I get the vibe. I get the vibe that she wants to be on, like, she's going to be on top.
I thought the way that she places herself second fiddle to Toni Storm, that she's this Toni Storm super fan and would do anything for her and whatever.
Mickey James, this is what it is.
I thought that she is going to eventually, just like she was being set up to be a babyface jobber. Is just the vibe I've got from her so far.
Okay. I see her as the Mickey James, and that's Trish Stratus. I think Tony Khan's is doing that story, but tinkering it a little bit.
Yeah.
But she gets her win. Big debut. They hyped her match for like 2 weeks. You'll see me here. You'll see me there. You'll see me this. You'll see me there. She wins.
Now we know why.
Then she gets her face smashed in right afterwards. Yep. That's not how you build stars, man. And they need stars. I'm sorry. I don't want to see Riho again. I'm sorry. I don't need to see Shida anymore. You know, we got Mariah May. We have possible Mercedes coming in. You have Chris. You have so many good people, and then you're working with Riho. Anyway, I digress. Let's go to WWE, Chris.
You just had to get that one in there, didn't you?
I mean, it's just, what do you want? What do you want from me? I'm just telling you the truth. Telling you the truth, man. You don't think Tony Storm? You don't think she heard the crickets during that match? You don't think they know? Do you think Rio's like, yeah, I crushed it tonight? The crowd popped. No one gives a fuck. No one cares.
Oh, man.
No one cares.
Let's hear the WWE stuff. What do you got? Tell me what's going on the WWE world these days.
So we got, I'm sure you heard. I'm sure you saw the news of who came back. Yes. So that's what we got going on here. WrestleMania plans. Yeah, WrestleMania plans are now up in the air. No one knows what's happening.
Yep.
We have Cody and Roman was supposed to be the big match at WrestleMania. Punk and Rollins supposed to be night one. That's the way it was set. And then all of a sudden we have Rock coming in and doing what he did. He wants to sit at the head of the table. My only question to you is, do you care about the match and where do you want it?
Do I care about the Rock and Roman? See, this feels like, because wasn't this match teased last year? Because last year was in Hollywood.
Okay.
So
I want to let everyone know that's a new viewer, new listener, however you stumble onto this clip. Chris does not watch WWE. He has no idea what's happening. He knows, like, he sees memes and clips and stories, but he doesn't. His eyeballs watch that television show only once a year, and that's the night after WrestleMania.
Listen, so here's the deal. I will say this. I started watching when Triple H the first time around that he took over. And you said it was getting better. And I started watching it again. And it was getting better. And then Vince took it back and it went back to being a children's cartoon show. And I stopped watching again. Now, obviously, Triple H is back in control. You know, Kevin Dunn is out. Like, it's finally a changing of the guard. I will start watching again probably pretty soon. Once we get past, well, I have to start watching soon because I'm going to be at the Royal Rumble. I need to understand what's going on. So probably any week now, I'll probably get back on to watching at least Monday Night Raw. But yes, you are correct. Up until this point, I've only looked at stuff online because I would try and watch that show and it would drive me nuts. So, but anyways, weren't they teasing The Rock and Roman for Hollywood?
Yes.
Last year.
Yes. Rock even came out and said that it was going to happen. It was supposed to happen. It was a done deal.
And then it didn't.
Didn't happen. Yes.
Yeah. I'm a bit torn on what do I want to see because, I mean, I'm a big Rock fan, so I always want to see him wrestle. It would be cool to see him go again. But then I would also feel bad for those that are involved. Like, this was the whole reason why Cody made his move from AEW, or a big reason, maybe not the whole reason. A big reason why was because he wanted to go be the big fish in the big pond. And that means getting to main event WrestleMania. And to be the biggest fish would be to dethrone Cody. We thought we were going to get that last year until we didn't, as far as him dethroning him. And then now it looked like it was building back up for this year. And now The Rock shows up. And are they going to make that? Are they going to change the plans? Because, I mean, what would that mean for Cody then if they change the plans at this point? Like, does he just say, like, how long is he signed for? Does he just say, you know what, I can see I'm never going to be where I want to be here?
I don't know how his contract status is, but here's what I'll say about Cody Rhodes and this whole finish the story thing. Whenever him and Jay won the tag team titles, didn't they mention, or at least weeks before that, didn't they mention, like, hey, we're not even in the 6th inning yet? Remember, like, Paul Heyman made that thing where...
Yes.
Maybe it doesn't happen this year. Maybe The Rock and Roman was always planned. And maybe the story doesn't get finished till 41. Maybe, I'm not saying this is going to happen. There's records. I think that Triple H is doing all this on purpose. Getting rid of all of Vince's old records. all of Vince's guys. Hogan's the next one on the list. They already got rid of Honky Tonk Man. Bianca did her thing, I believe. Bianca, or Rhea, someone went, I don't know. Somebody broke a record on the women's side. I think it was Bianca. The Usos broke the tag team record. That happened. I think Triple H is on this thing where it's like, this is my house now. This is my book. This is my WWE. And I don't want these people on top because those are Vince's guys. We're trying to get and this is all me talking. Vince went in there and destroyed NXT from the inside. That was Triple H's thing.
Yep.
That was Triple H's baby. That was his project. It was banging. The takeover shows were better than WrestleMania, better than the premium live events. They were better. The shows were better. So this is me just being human being, Josh. Why wouldn't you just go crush all those records? I would keep Roman as champion as long as I could. Beat Hogan's record. He'll beat Hogan's record after SummerSlam. That's noted. It's there.
No
After
problem.
SummerSlam, he'll beat Hogan's record. I say keep it going. I say you don't have the match this year. Cody falls short again. It's okay. It's part of the adversity. And then you have him win next year. And I see, and a lot of people are going to hate that. I get it. You want your champion on TV. I understand. But I'm just coming at you guys. I would not be mad if it was Roman and Rock at Mania and he beats Rock and then we don't see Cody challenge until next year. I wouldn't be mad about that. And here's why. I don't care. I don't care about Cody Rhodes. And that's just me. I don't think Cody's the best babyface. And I love what Cody's doing. Cody's great. I like LA Knight better. I like Damian Priest, what he's doing better. Cody doesn't interest me over there. You know why? I saw the better version in AEW. I saw the better Cody already. This is toned down Cody. This is watered down Cody. This is WWE Cody. It is what it is.
No.
And that's just my opinion on Cody Rhodes right now. I love him. He's a great wrestler, but he's not a wrestler anymore. He's a sports
entertainer. There it is. Yep.
And Cody went from pro wrestling, putting on banger matches, banger stories, to now he's in the WWE cycle of 3-month programs, pal. Why am I wrestling Brock Lesnar 3 times in a row? No one knows. Why am I wasting my time with Dominic Mysterio? Nobody knows. I was wasted 4 months of my life fighting the freaking Judgment Day every single night on Raw. Cody Rhodes I don't care about Cody Rhodes anymore.
No.
I don't care. It's over. It happened. That's why I don't care if this match ever happens anymore. I just don't care. I'd rather Rock it. People talk about, well, it's not fair, yada, yada, yada. You're screwing Cody, you have a match. Life's not fair, guys. And guess what? 10 years down the road, my son's 5 now. He'll be 6 when it happens. When he's 16 years old, he can go, man, I remember watching with my dad WrestleMania. It's if he likes wrestling. And I saw The Rock versus Roman Reigns. To me, that's what they're looking at. It's WrestleMania. You need the biggest stars versus your biggest star. I'm sorry, Cody. You're taking a backseat to Roman if it happens, and I'm not going to be mad about it. Does Cody deserve it? Maybe. Maybe he does. But what's best for business? What's best for history? It's Rock and Roman. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'll be good to see. I'm sure that'll get more eyes on the product, which ultimately is what you're supposed to be doing. But it's just like, I still would feel bad for him. We know that's why he went over. He wanted to main event. He wants to win the championship. Like, that's been his dream. I'm sure that's what Vince lured him back. Oh, yeah, we'll hook you up with that. Yeah, we'll make it happen. We're going to build a story and we'll make it happen. And then now he's out. And it's kind of like, well, I don't know. Maybe that's what they do, though. Maybe they're waiting for him to be the guy to dethrone the longest reigning champion ever.
We'll know after the Rumble. If Cody wins the Rumble, obviously, we know where he's going to go. If Cody doesn't win, then we know it's a harder way to get him to SmackDown, period. How do we get him there?
Yeah.
Secondly, what happens? Does The Rock fight him at Elimination Chamber? That's a big show. That's in Australia. That's a 60,000, 70,000 stadium, I believe. I don't know how much they've sold already. Stadium shows. overseas, Australia. When's the last time Rock wrestled in Australia, if ever? Right, that's a big match. It's a big match too. That's a huge match. So maybe they use The Rock over there. People are talking about. I don't see it, man. I see WrestleMania or bust for Rock, and I'm okay with it. I'm down with that.
Yeah,
you know why? Because I can go to bed early that night.
You gonna go to bed early if The Rock comes on?
Honestly, man, The Rock never was my type.
I know.
Never was.
You were a Sting and who else? WCW guys.
We're not talking about Jericho tonight. We're not talking about Jericho. None of it's true. We don't know. But we don't know. We're not talking about it. We don't know. So is that it, Chris? Did we break that down good enough for you? WWE?
We did.
There's more stuff going on, but that's the big news.
That's
the big news. Yeah, there's some more stuff going on. But actually, there's not really. Christmas was no show. It was like a recap show, which is okay. Take the day off. It's Christmas.
Yep.
And then
so no Christmas tree matches this year?
They had that on SmackDown, I want to say.
Yeah.
I think they had that on SmackDown on Friday, the Friday before Christmas.
Which I don't want. Christmas tree match.
Yeah, which I don't watch SmackDown. SmackDown's not my vibe, man. It's just not. They have great wrestlers over there too, Randy Orton, LA Knight. But it's just not Friday nights. I'm just
Friday, Saturday, it's not a wrestling day.
Yeah,
unless it's a pay-per-view. And a good pay-per-view, not just a B show.
Premium live event, Chris.
You're talking WWE, I'm talking AEW right now. Look, that's the only time I watch on the Saturdays. If there's a good, I unfortunately now can't just say a pay-per-view. I have to specify one of the big 4 pay-per-views for AEW.
Yeah, Worlds End. I'm sorry. Riho and Tony Storm didn't sell it for me. Sorry, some random 8-man tag match between the losers in Block A and losers in Block Gold wrestling each other. I don't even. It doesn't. Dustin Rhodes versus Swerve.
That was the other one, yeah, because they had to pivot at the last minute.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Swerve and Keith Lee, and
He's done. Keith Lee's done. I don't want to see him again. Get him out of here. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know if he's sick. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Every time every time they call your number, you're never there.
No.
So, and it sucks. It's unfortunate because he had a lot of potential. But let's get out of here, man. Make sure you follow the show at RTW Chris. Make sure you follow myself at Josh Kimmel US, and more importantly, the network at Finn's Talk Sports Network on X, here on YouTube. If you're new to the show, you're just coming along. Maybe we're up next, and you're still here. Odds are you're not, but let's just say you are. Subscribe for us, man. It would mean the world to me. I'm turning babyface. Chris is turning heel. What a year 2024 has been. I mean, who would have thought? Who had that on their bingo card for January 4th, 2024? Any last words?
Double turn.
Any last words before we get out of here?
Well, like I said, I'm heading to the Royal Rumble this year. I have announced that I will be there this year. I'm like the second or third person that has announced I will be at the Rumble.
Yes.
Unfortunately, not participating, so I guess it's time for me to start watching some WWE this Monday.
That's right. I will be in St. Pete. I will not be telling you guys if I'm attending or in it, but I might be both.
Or outside.
Watching it on my phone. PLE, Peacock. Peace.